Um, well, I decided to make a video letting you know a different side of Four Fingers. Not that way. I know you guys were getting excited. Not that way. No. Oh, fine, that way. No, no, no. I laugh at my own jokes. I'm hyper right now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've been living off of Coke. I love Coke. Anyway, I'm gonna start talking about, I'm not only a video maker, as you all know me as, I am also a book writer. I'm writing a series. I'm on my second book now. In fact, this is where I'm keeping my second book. There it is. And for all of you layman people who want to know, that's Pteroductum. Pteroductum, Pteroductum, Pteroductum. My first book is not with me. This one's the sequel to the first book. My first book's not with me, and I'm hoping and praying. Hoping very much that I get that book back. Or I understand if I don't. I did some horrible things that need not be mentioned publicly. So anyway, these interesting storyline. I think some of you at school have read the book, and I think one of you has finished the first book. And you know the story about, I'm not going to spoil it in case it really does come famous and gets published. I'm hoping it will get published. And, you know, hoping it'll be the next Harry Potter stuff. But, of course, it probably won't. Most likely won't. But in the first book, it's about a kid who has just become a sophomore in high school. And, his name is Derek, and he's an interesting person. But on his first day of school, he goes to his locker and discovers his locker brings him to a secret organization that does different tests on people. And they force them to come into the organization against their will. Well, Derek becomes part of the organization and finds Allison. Allison and Derek basically fall in love with each other. But then things start to unravel. Peter Petrie is the big bad guy in the first part of the Book of Secrets, which is the first book. And, he pretty much... Oops. He pretty much was a former member of the organization. And, the organization is supposed to be secret. No one's supposed to know about it. But somehow, my sister comes into my room. Again. While I'm making a video. This is spontaneous with her. She does it over and over and over. It makes me cry. I lost my train of thought now. She's making my teeth itch now. He somehow got his memory back, and now he's threatening to destroy the entirety of the organization. And he's using Allison to get in. So he basically tries to tear them apart. And Derek and Allison, they go through a lot of trouble with each other. And Derek is fueled with revenge and wants to make sure he stops Peter. So he goes into the mountains, and he goes into the mountains in another strange world, and he starts training with someone for about 3 months. I forget. I don't have the book. And when he comes back, he finds everything's different. Allison has apparently left Derek while he was gone, and is now going out with Peter. And this whole thing fuels all of the anger inside of Derek. And towards the end of the first part, they get into a big fight, Peter and Derek. And Derek kills Peter. Or does he? And Peter shot Derek in the heart and in both legs, so he's unable to walk for the rest of his life. And later on, he finds out he only has 5 years to live, which is where the story is taking off. And that's the first book. Part 2, Saraductum, I might be able to get more information from it because it's sitting right here. Takes place after the end of the first book, obviously. And Allison finds herself in a strange world, and she's lost her memory. So basically the entirety of the book is trying to get her memory back. Halfway through the book, she gets part of her memory back, but and discovers a shocking secret. But it begins with a kid named Chris Folliander, and he's basically the caretaker of all the new people to the world. He finds Allison, and it was strange because Allison was the only newcomer that night, when usually he has 6 or 7. So he finds Allison and then sort of becomes attracted to Allison. But at the same time, he's pushed away because of some events that happened in his past. So a war is going on in this strange world, and they're forced to leave their home with Allison. So Chris, Allison, and Bill, who's Chris's brother, are all running away from this war. They're trying to get to the city so they can start their lives over again. Along the way, Bill, Chris's brother, gets killed, and it fuels this anger and revenge inside of Chris, and that's where the story takes off, and you just have to read it. I mean, hopefully you will get to read it one day, but who knows? Only time will tell. So yeah, if any book publishers are watching this, or you know someone who's a book publisher, give me a call. Like, email me or something, because I think I might have a book that I'd want to get published. I mean, you'd have to look through and edit it and stuff. I've done what editing I can, but I think I have a good book here, honestly. People at school supposedly like it, and I don't believe them. They're just being nice, I know it. So, just give me a call. Thanks for watching this video. I know it wasn't one of the more exciting videos, but I mean, Iron Man showed up in it. What more could you want, right? Subscribe to my videos. Alright, you want to see me take this off.